At least half.
At least half what?
Gay.
Welcome everybody to a brand new edition of ROFLcast. I am your host Achilles, joined as always by the originator of the AIDS virus, Kayla. Say what's up.
How dare you?
What? People need to
I
know.
hate you.
People need to know that a flight attendant
Stop
got
projecting.
AIDS and spread it around the world, and she was basically patient zero. And the monkey that gave her that AIDS, say what up, Soman.
What up? Ook ook.
he's he's signing to an autistic person who's speaking for him.
Oh.
He's
Why
like,
do I do this podcast with you?
he's like a fucked up Coco.
Did you know Stalin tried to breed super ape soldiers with like
Uh,
Russian women? He
please
tried to create
tell-
his army of Bigfoots.
So hold up. Were they doing artificial insemination, or were they letting those girls?
No,
go
they
to-
were making apes fuck ladies.
Oh dear! Like, listen, we can do.
It didn't
This
work.
is how I wanted to start the episode. This is a movie podcast. This is shit we reserve for the uncut. But I want to see that memo where he's like, "Sir, we can artificially inseminate these women and see if it'll take and develop like a hybrid soldier." He's like, "No, no, no. I want them to fuck." It's like, "Sir, that's so dangerous. These are wild animals. They could literally tear out their limbs from their sockets." Like, let them.
It has nothing to do with how gross it is. No, it's just about the violence.
I don't know if you'd really want to breed a human ape hybrid. I mean, you look at Planet of the Apes, they all got bested by one human. And there's a whole bunch of those guys.
He said, I want a new invincible human being, insensitive to pain, resistant, and indifferent about the quality of food they eat.
First of all, gorillas are notoriously picky eaters. And second of all, they feel pain. Like
He doesn't
That
know what
would be a robot.
Yeah, that would be a robot. They don't give a shit what type of socket you plug them into.
This is Uncut Part 2.
This is ridiculous. That is the worst possible form of hell I could possibly think. What dumb motherfucker came up with that idea? Because we know that... Did he just assume that we create a mule like a horse and a donkey do?
Yes.
I mean, it was worth a shot. Did it work?
No. Allegedly, it did not work.
I don't know.
I'm
I've
just
seen
saying,
some
as
Russian
far as we
women.
know, as far as we know.
Oh.
I mean, if I was going to believe that they did create monkey people, they would have to do these tests in India. Then I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But they didn't.
Wow.
No, you're right. That's rude. I should say Africa as well. Speaking of Africa, our favorite or our most anticipated movie of 2018 so far would either be Black Panther or Deadpool Dose, coming in at the exact same score of 287 points. But we're also going to go over some other movies that may not have the same brand recognition. We may not have known were coming out this year. May not even be a sequel.
Whoa, don't even.
Because everything we've talked about so far has been a spin-off or a sequel. Venom, spin-off. Avengers Infinity Wars, sequel. Black Panther, spin-off. Han Solo, prequel, sequel to the prequels. Ready Player One. Actually, that's OC. That's original content, but it's original content based around ripping off a bunch of other movies.
Yeah.
I don't know how that counts.
It's the most sequel of sequels.
Yeah, and then Deadpool 2, of course. So we have that as our initial lineup, but there's some really good movies that we haven't talked about. And one that I am very not excited for, but other people are, and it upsets me that they are, is Jurassic Park Fallen World. Now, I'll let you guys, Fallen Kingdom, sorry. I'll let you guys talk about your feelings on the first film. Someone, you want to start?
Do you
Wait,
mean
the very
Jurassic-
first film?
Yeah, do you
Yes,
mean...
I mean Jurassic Park. No, Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World. Because I consider this trilogy its own new and separate thing. Because the
Okay.
original trilogy was really good, and this one is dog
Not.
shit. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
raptor shit.
I really liked it, but I found that the only cameo they could get was the random Asian lab tech being the new boss of Jurassic World.
I
That
did
was
dig
kind
that. That was actually a great cameo. That actually might be the best part of the movie.
I liked it, but when you've seen 3 Jurassic Parks before it, you know what character is gonna get eaten.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, they
for
definitely
sure.
they played into the stereotypes for sure.
I think it was a good I think it was a good way to reboot, basically.
Really? Okay. I'm upset with your dissertation that it was
Why?
okay. Because there's literally a scene at the end of the movie where the T-Rex says, "My job is done," puts on his sunglasses, and they have the CSI sting as they zoom out as the sun sets, and he goes, "Yeah!"
Yeah, he's the king of fucking dinosaurs. It's his island now.
That's retarded. Where do you get the sunglasses?
From the sunglasses store. They have gift shops.
So the director of Jurassic World was Colin Trevorrow, who directed the indie film Safety Not Guaranteed, which is a pretty good movie, actually.
I like that movie.
Yeah, it was a nice movie. He also directed The Book of Henry and other stuff. He wrote the new movie. He will not be directing this time. Directing duties go over to J.A. Bayona. He directed A Monster Calls, which is a good movie, a really great horror film from 2007 called The Orphanage, and a 2012 drama film, which I liked because I enjoy retards, called The Impossible. Kind of heartfelt indie films. And now that's actually funny because that's kind of the same with the last director. He made heartfelt indie films and then did this. But although Monster Calls has quite a bit of CG, it's basically Iron Giant but with Aslan instead.
Monster Calls. Let's see this.
And he also worked on 2 episodes of Penny Dreadful. So he doesn't have a ton of experience. This is a huge movie for a guy who doesn't have a ton of experience. I guess he did have a bit of experience with What a Monster Calls, but still a bit of a gamble. They're bringing back the original cast, which I don't care about. It's so funny. Like, Chris Pratt is so fucking funny and talented, but he is completely wasted on this film. Like, totally wasted. He's so much funnier than the stuff that they give him. They don't give him an opportunity to be silly and dorky because he plays a bit of the straight man, right? He plays a very competent straight man, and that's not when he's at his best.
Yeah, well, I also
the
think they
dorky
probably
one.
have that fear of him, like, being like his other character in Guardians. They're probably just like, we can't have you be like that. You have to be different.
Yeah, he's typecast, but he's typecast because he's good at that. The other stuff
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just not good at. And if you're going to use that type of actor for this film, use him to his strengths.
Exactly.
If you wanted like a suave, kind of competent everyman in a way, but that also was like snarky, funny, you could get any base. Like with that script, you could have got Benedict Cumberbatch and he would have done the same fucking job. You know what I mean? Like, Chris Pratt brought very little to that first role, and also the movie was fucking stupid. This Bryce Dallas Howard's worst movie, guaranteed.
What's that?
Soman?
I just said I like dinosaurs.
I love dinosaurs too, and I'm super forgiving. Like, I like Kong Skull Island. I enjoyed Godzilla. This movie was just dumb. Like it just had to make sense.
Weren't you
mad about
excited when the T-Rex showed up at the end, though? To, like, bail him out?
What's up, bruh?
So when what would they call that thing? Ultra Supersaurus Rex? It sounded like a goddamn Digimon. When that thing was fucking fighting off the T-Rex, and all of a sudden that whale dinosaur jumps out. God, I know their names and I'm blanking on all of them. I could have sounded super smart and I'm ruining it. I'm gonna think about this later. What?
It's a very honest
Mosasaurus.
podcast for you.
Yeah, the Tyrannosaurus. He when he jumps out of the tank and grabs that thing and just pulls it in, it's like, you could have jumped out at any time and you didn't. You saw all those people constantly fucking mocking you, throwing goddamn cups at you and shit, and you didn't do anything.
I'm gonna make these motherfuckers wait.
Yeah. He was like, God damn, like, what the fuck was this stupid thing thinking this whole time? Also, why do the balls have the ability to go off course? So, like, listen, there's millions of, like, very dangerous dinosaurs here, and this is a huge liability. We have to make it safer than any other park. It's like, so why don't we put the balls on a track? It's like, no, we must give them freedom to break the rules.
Yes.
It didn't make... There's so many things in that movie were just, like, mind-numbingly retarded. And my favorite scene in that movie is when the pterodactyls are coming down and swooping up and picking up people and dropping them. That guy stops and like grabs his margarita. I'm like, you cut away from giant flying dinosaurs to show a guy saving his margarita? Get the fuck
But they
out
stole
of here.
Morgana.
I just can't wait for Jeff Goldblum to be back and be like, life finds a way.
Jeff Goldblum is the best of all the Goldblums.
Returning as his role of Dr. Ian Malcolm, tying the two worlds together even more. Um, Kayla, what do you think about this movie, and what do you think about the last movie?
Okay, first of all, Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time.
One of the best movies
So
ever made. Agreed.
it's my favorite. It always has been. So I didn't like the last one basically at all. I did a drunk review on it, so when I did watch it, I was drunk, so I can't remember all of it because I got really drunk because I was sad. But the consensus was I made a lot of raptor sounds and hated the movie. This is basically what my drunk review was. I'm not looking. I don't know. I'll probably wait to watch this one on DVD as well because I'm not going to go to the theater and see it.
Oh, I'm for sure going to the theaters to see this. I would not miss a movie this retarded in theaters.
Well, you're a bad person, so it's okay.
Giant dinosaurs murdering people at a theme park is everything my boner needs to be happy. And I know this movie's gonna suck because the first one was really truly. It's like it's not gonna go uphill from there. You know what I mean? Sometimes you see like it's like Pacific Rim 1. I know Pacific Rim 2 is going to be equally as stupid. I know it's gonna be just as bad. It's not all of a sudden gonna figure out how to make a good movie. They're just not gonna do it.
It's like trying to pull yourself out of the bucket using the handle.
And
That's what these movies are.
that's a great analogy, Newfie.
Hey!
You know that's some folky ass Newfie bullshit. You know that.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's like, no, that's actually.
That's another folky bullshit saying.
Hold on.
I lost my place. Is there any dinosaurs you'd like to see show up in this one?
Well, they say the T-Rex actually, first of all, had feathers, but secondly, their snouts were meant for nuzzling each other. So I want to see, like, realistic T-Rexes that are basically really gay lizard birds.
You want to see a gay T-Rex sex scene. That's what you're looking forward to
Yes!
in the Fallen Kingdom.
Yes.
Well, if you're into weird porn, you should watch The Shape of Water.
Oh my god, we were going to talk about The Shape of Water. We're going to talk about The Shape of Water.
I saw it.
I saw it too. I'm glad you did because I was real
You're welcome.
confused.
Tyrannosaurus Rex was a sensitive lover scientists find.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, that quote was from Winston Churchill, so you can suck my dick.
Winston Churchill said Shape of Water is good
No,
if
the
you're
bucket
into
thing.
dinosaur porn.
The bucket thing. Yes, he did. He did, actually. He said that too, but also the bucket thing.
Oh, okay. I can't believe Winston Churchill's a newfie. That's insane. The animal I'm most excited to see show up in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, or as we call it, JWFK, would be a tiger. Because I think it'd be neat. See a tiger fight some of these guys, or a lion fight some, like, tinier dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Woolly mammoth.
Yeah, you tell him.
You want to cross decades? Yeah, okay. A saber-toothed tiger and a woolly mammoth, and we'll see just like them tear shit up. Like, Ice Age, we survived the Ice Age, motherfuckers, and we're coming to wipe out the last of the dinosaurs.
Do you think
Sounds like
the
an
third
epic
one
too.
is going to be about replicating the Ice Age?
If they make a third one, I will commit suicide live on air. You have my word. Because
Wow.
that's how bad these movies are. They are ruining my childhood.
So how much money do we need to make a third one?
I think it's like 500 million. Like, these fucking budgets are stupid. The real animal I'm excited to see show up would be an iguanodon, because they have duckbills and they're constantly giving a thumbs up. Because they
Hey!
have like crazy thumbs.
Has the thing that
The Fonz
That-
dinosaur.
the ducky in Land Before Time, has that thing showed up?
Ducky!
Remember her dad killed her.
Oh,
Yeah, the character, the
Yeah.
actor.
wait, the actress's
Yeah.
father killed her, or the
Yeah, the
ducky's
actress's
dad?
father killed her.
Okay, I thought you meant like something happens in like Land Before Time
No.
13 or whatever. It's like,
Oh,
Land Before
they
Time
don't-
13, they find their parents and they should have murdered the kids.
They get pretty dark.
It's like Runaways.
But you know they're all gonna die. That's the darkest part about those movies. You're like, all of these characters I love are gonna die.
I wish they fucking would. They're on the 14th film. I wish they would die.
They're
at this
still
point.
making them?
I
14
mean,
doesn't
I don't know if
sound
they're
right.
officially making them, but I'm making them in my bedroom with plastic toys.
Wow.
If they're not, I'm doing it.
14, yeah. They made the 14
Do you know
already.
what? Do you know what the working title for Jurassic World was? The new one.
No.
It was Ancient Futures. That is the dumbest fucking name. I swear to God, Michael Crichton is rolling in his grave right now, and he's not even dead yet. He's alive to see what they did to his beautiful book. You know what do you think he's more upset about? Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? It's like, look what Hollywood did to my original idea. Or is he more upset about the Timeline movie? Because he was like, Paul Walker, you son of a bitch, this is my best book.
Aw.
Was he still alive when Congo was made?
Who? Oh wait, is Michael
Paul
Crichton
Walker.
dead? I thought he was still alive.
I don't know. You said he's rolling in his grave.
I know, as a joke, because I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Congo's a great movie. They used diamond lasers to kill white monkeys. It was everything I needed for a boner. That'll be the name
We
of
have
this
some weird
episode.
boners on this podcast
There was
today.
a Congo video game.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Oh, I wish I had that.
Congo Descent into Zinj.
There's like articles about the writing of Jurassic World, which is so funny because it's like they're pretending the Jurassic World had a script, and they weren't just like, okay, CG animators, you guys have all these things. Now wiggle your mouse on screen while holding down on part of the dinosaur, and we're just gonna put that on film and be like, yeah, this is what we planned on shooting. Know what I think it was? I think this was a dog movie at first, and had Chris Pratt training dogs, and they CG'd all the dogs out to be velociraptors. Because no one wanted to see a movie, the sequel to Marley and Me, be about killer golden retrievers.
I do. I love dogs.
So you want to see killer golden? You
I
want
want
to see
them to get
Cujo
their
golden
revenge
retrievers?
because people suck.
Okay, well, I think we've had our thoughts on this. What is everyone's ranking for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
I have a solid 15 because I like dinosaurs.
Wow, 15 out of 100?
Yeah.
All right.
I forgot this movie was happening. That's how much
Is it
I am
1-5
excited
or
for it.
5-0?
1-5.
Jesus, okay. Soman, where are you at?
50.
50.
I mean, it's gonna have dinosaurs, and it's gonna have Chris Pratt, so like,
Two
it's
things to
gonna have the
masturbate to.
hottie known as Bryce Dallas Howard. Like,
Yeah, her dad's real ugly, but she came out real hot.
mhm.
I didn't like her in Black Mirror season 3, episode 1, though. Her character made me sad. Like, moving on. Let's move on to something a bit more kid oriented.
What about you? You didn't score it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to score it. I don't give a shit about that. I'm kidding. I'll give it 50 as well. The Incredibles 2. This, of course, is a sequel to the only good Pixar movie.
Oh.
Whoa.
What? Did I say something wrong there?
What about A Bug's Life?
Bug's Life was fine.
Fine.
I'll
I
admit
really have
that
nothing
movie's
else.
okay, I guess.
Ants was better.
Ants is a better movie, ironically, made by Fox Animation Studios. Looked like dog shit in comparison, but yeah, good movie. Brad Bird is back directing the new Incredibles movie, which talks about a a superhero family, basically a better version of Fantastic Four. I really like the last movie. I really like the last movie a lot. I would definitely say it's my favorite Pixar movie. I think Brad
Damn.
Bird's a really good writer-director. He wrote Iron Giant and Ratatouille. Ratatouille is also one of the other ones I really like. But he also wrote Tomorrowland, and that movie was real bad.
So bad. I forget how it ended. That's how bad it was.
I forgot that George Clooney was in it until I'm looking
Oh,
at it right
yeah.
now. And he also directed Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which I enjoyed. No one's a fan of Ghost Protocol.
I have not seen it.
It's good. So I'm happy he's back. He doesn't do a ton of work, but when he does, he usually nails it. Like I said, this is like the only Pixar movie that I give a shit about. Yeah, I'm actually really, really excited for this, and I'll actually give my. I still don't love kids movies, but I'll give my guess for this movie. I'll give my answer about how much I want to see it. I'm just trying to decide. I'm gonna give it a 74.3, which is a lot for a kids movie. This is not a movie for me, and I'm still like this is like Sister to the Traveling Pants. It's not a movie for me, but I
Good
will watch it.
reference, I guess.
74.3. Okay, Kayla, how do you feel about The Incredibles?
I give this. I should probably watch the first one out of 100. I
Wow.
haven't seen it.
Ooh, okay. But do you like Pixar movies?
I do. I do.
Do
I'm
you
not
have,
like I'm like you. I'm not a huge kids movie person. Like I'll
yeah.
watch them every so often, but I don't.
Is there any Pixar movies that stand out to you?
I'm trying to think of like what Pixar movies there are.
Can't stand them.
Apparently, Coco was a really good movie, but I haven't seen that.
I will not watch movies about Mexicans. So there's. I want to see
Stay away
Sicario.
from the Book of Life as well.
Wall-E. Wall-E is by Pixar.
Yeah, Wall-E was good
Wall-E,
for 45
Wall-E
minutes
is my
almost.
favorite movie. No, I love that movie.
Okay,
Wall-E.
but it was good for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, and then
Like
fat
both
people showed up. It
Yeah,
was
then
horrible.
people showed up and
Then
ruined the fucking
Americans
movie.
showed up.
No,
I'm
no,
like-
fat people.
Americans.
Even worse.
Come on, you don't like Toy Story?
Toy Story's fine.
Like the first one?
He's so mad about Toy Story. You can
I
hear his
hate that
disdain.
fucking movie so much. No, I don't hate.
Wow.
I
Look,
don't
an
hate-
alien. Where?
I like some parts of Toy Story. Okay, here's my problem with Toy Story. So Toy Story came out and was like, this is a fun movie about a group, one person going to a new area, meeting a group of unlikely friends, and finding his way home, not appreciating his home until he gets lost. And that was Toy Story, and I was like, okay, that's a fun story. I've seen that in like a billion Disney movies, but whatever. Then A Bug's Life came out and did the same thing. Then Toy Story 2 did the same thing. Then Monsters Inc. did the same thing. Then Finding Nemo was the exact same fucking movie with fish.
Yes.
Then Cars did the same thing. Then Ratatouille did the same thing almost. Well, a little bit different actually. That's one of the better ones, I'd say. Wall-E was not like that until he found a room of broken fucking robots and had to travel back home. They're like, oh, we almost got away from it. Just kidding. Same story. Up, same fucking story. Toy Story 3, same story. Cars 2, same story. Monsters. You guys see a trend going on here?
What about Brave?
No,
I
explain
didn't
it.
see Brave.
I love Brave. I love any movies about
I'm sexually
gingers.
attracted to red hair, like a lot, like a dangerous amount. And I don't know how
Same.
old she is, and I don't want to have a boner during a kid's film.
No,
I'm
it's not.
sexually attracted to queens who become bears. So
Whoa. He's in the Bears.
Those are the two things I need for a good old
The
fashioned
Bears.
red hair bear boner. And like the one thing that kind of broke that trend was The Incredibles, and I thought that, you know, of all these movies I listed off, that's definitely the best one.
All
I didn't
right.
see
I'll watch
Inside
it.
Out.
God, calm down.
I did not see Inside Out, or The Good Dinosaur, or Finding Dory, or Cars 3.
Which one's Inside Out?
Inside
Out's
Out
about
is
the
when there are
emotions. Yeah.
Oh, that
Emotions
movie
in
was
the head.
actually cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like it's super fucking memorable for you.
Bitch. I thought it was that, but I
All right, but now we've gone through this. We know that you kind of like these movies. How you feel Incredibles 2? Give us a number.
Well, I'm gonna watch the first one, but I'll give it a good 75 because I mean, if you like it and you're a cold-hearted son of a bitch, it must be good.
Ooh, nice. Taking on my recommendation. I'm going to let you watch the movie and then come back, and we're going to update your score. So, Omen, where are you hitting?
Deal.
Tell me how you feel about the movie first,
67.
and then go for there.
I think it is weird to have a sequel 14 years later.
That's all they're doing
All
now,
their movies
though.
are like that. They take fucking... It takes like 30 years to make a CG movie.
Okay,
It's
but
hard.
okay, I'm gonna use the term family movie instead of kids movie. But for family movies, I feel like the cultural zeitgeist has passed. You can't reap an audience that was around for the original Incredibles because that was a very specific time and stuff.
Yeah, so the kids that saw it when they were like 8 are now going to be like 24. And be like, I'm not, I haven't
Like,
started a
unless
family
they
yet,
make
so...
their kids see the first Incredibles and then be like, here's an excuse to take them to it. Like,
But they haven't historically seen those problems with movies like Toy Story, because, you know, weird-ass adults love Pixar movies because they had no fucking childhood. Those goddamn weirdos. So,
but yeah,
yeah.
67.
67, fair.
It's mostly because the villain, not to spoil Kay, but the villain is a joke from the first film, and I don't think that's smart sequel writing.
Spoil it. Who's the villain in this movie?
I'll take my
The
headphones
guy
off
at the
for-
end
Oh, okay.
of the first one.
All right, I'm back.
I can't believe that Hitler is the villain in this one. Again!
I knew it.
Again!
I knew it. It's always Hitler.
Yeah, even Hitler, if Hitler is a joke who failed out of art school, like I don't think like they should really make. After 14 years, I expect a better villain than Hitler.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like what's that law where any argument will eventually descend into Hitler if it goes on long enough?
Godwin's law.
Ooh.
Godwin's, yeah. Okay, so we have our things for there. Next up is A Wrinkle in Time, which will be kind of the Harry Potter slash Prince Caspian slash whatever, the big fantasy thing for kids this year. This is a tough one. Wrinkle in Time is a great book, creepy ass cover. I remember not reading it for a long time because it was fucking weird, and it was also written by a lady with an apostrophe in her last name, and that scared me as well.
Wow.
Damn
I don't know
apostrophes.
why I specified she was a lady. It was just the apostrophe that bothered me because I read a lot of
Okay.
female fiction. But I mean, Wrinkle in Time. I don't know if you guys ever read it as a kid, but it's fucking fantastic.
No, there's a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in this movie.
It's
Oh.
about time
So-
travel, right?
It's about wrinkles on time. So
I love
let's go through the cast real quick. Oprah Winfrey, amazing actress, future president. Reese Witherspoon, not to be confused with Reese without her spoon. Mindy Kaling,
I hate you.
Guru Mabda Raw. That's not
What-
Gugu,
Who's that?
Gugu Mbatha Raw. That is definitely a name
Probably
from the
Mbatha.
Star Wars prequels. I'm pretty sure that's who they went to go see to figure out who made the assassin's bullet. That was the name. No,
She's
it's
the
a-
sister of Martha Jones on Doctor Who.
Yeah, and she's cute, yo. She's
Eh.
mistress of King Charles, bro.
Eh.
It's amazing. You don't think she's cute?
I
Yeah.
think she's cute.
I don't want to be pegged for having,
For hating niggers?
Well, you said it, not me. So, yeah.
Oh, she was fabulous in fucking Jupiter Ascending. Of
Oh
course.
God. I started that movie and then stopped immediately.
Do you think she had a chance to change her name? She's like, I should drop the Raw. They're like, no, the Raw is the best part.
It's raw.
Do you think that she wanted to hyphenate her last name? Like, how could would she rather go by Gugu Raw?
No,
Maybe it was taken.
She chose to go by Mbatha Raw because her actual name is Gugulethu Sophia Mbatha. So she could just go by Sophia Mbatha. She
That's
chose to
way
be Gugu
better
Mbatha
name.
Raw.
You know what? I'm taking it back. She's fine.
Yeah.
She's good looking, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty ass.
I like them paler.
I take it
She
back.
still,
I'm
she
watching her
still
in
has a soul.
Miss Sloane. She is not as pretty. She definitely looks a lot older. She looks all 34 years of her life. Oh, she's Mrs. Potts in Cinderella or whatever.
Oh, that's who that was.
Who match? No, she's the maid. She's the dusting maid, right?
Oh wow! Not all black people are the help. So, starring Gugu Mbatha Raw, our favorite. That's now the official actress of ROFLcast. We will talk about her every week. This is too important. She's starring as Dr. Kate Murray. Could you imagine?
Gugu Mbatha
Like,
Raw.
maybe they mixed it up. Like her name is Kate Murray, and she's playing Gugu Mbatha Raw.
No, just
Michael
No.
Pena, the favorite part of
Pena.
Ant-Man. Zach Galifianakis, the favorite part of
Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis. Chris Pine, the best part of.
it's just the eyes, nothing else.
I was trying to think of that movie where he's blind that he did right before he did Star Trek, that comedy, but I can't remember the name. I Only Have Eyes for You. It was something really offensive to blind people.
Fair
Levi Miller, Derek Bakabe, Andre Holland, and Rowan Blanchard.
And Bellamy Young. Hello.
And Will McCormick. After learning her astrophysicist father is being held captive on a distant planet deep in the grip of the universe-spanning evil, Meg Murray, god damn that name sucks, works with her highly intelligent younger brother, her classmate, and 3 astral travelers to save him. It's fucking great. If you're a child
Great.
listening to this, please turn it off immediately. Go read that book instead because it's definitely more for you.
And shame your parents, please.
Okay, so let's So before we make our picks here, actually, I'll let you start, Kayla. How do you feel about this? Do you have any ties to this at all, or do you have any anticipation for it?
Well, let me tell you, this is the first time I've even heard of it.
Wow.
You've never heard of A Wrinkle of Time before, hey?
You know what's terrible? As a child, I didn't read a lot. Like, I read Goosebump books. That was basically it.
So
And
did I.
I just had a terrible childhood. And now I've read all like the children's books. So now I have to read this one
Okay,
because that's
well,
all I do now is read.
there we go. Are you excited for this type of movie? Have you seen the trailer at all?
No, I don't. I don't know. These kind of movies, I'm kind of just like, you're never gonna be Harry Potter, so I don't care.
Let's pull up the trailer, watch it too.
Okay.
Okay. We'll go to YouTube. We're gonna go to YouTube right now and watch that trailer. In the meantime, Soman, let's hear your thoughts.
I have no experience with this franchise at all.
How about Oprah?
If she gonna be president, can the president be in a movie?
Can the president be a black woman, you mean?
Yeah, also that, but
Well,
yeah,
if
I
the
don't know.
president can be famous for firing people, I think the president can be famous for movies.
You know
My
Ronald
sister
Reagan was
read-
president, right? You dumb motherfuckers.
Who?
Ronald Reagan, the movie actor?
Who?
What? You're making this up.
No.
I don't know who this is.
Ronald Reagan was in lots of movies, and
click
so
on
was Abraham Lincoln.
So I can be
I
president.
was doing
is
the
what you're
bit from
saying.
Back to the Future.
He was at least that one movie, Lincoln. He was very good in it. Okay, first link. You guys ready?
It won't let me open it. Hold on.
That's what she said.
Okay, you gave me nothing. All right, okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna watch the trailer now for A Wrinkle in Time. We have to talk over it so we're not pulled down from MooTube.
Oh.
So give your live reactions as it's coming. Ooh.
Close your
Spooky.
eyes.
Don't tell me what to do. Ooh, that's
I'll tell
crazy.
you
That
what to
Disney
do.
logo looks fucking trippy.
Ah.
What the hell?
Which black person's which?
I can't
I
tell.
hate you.
Wait, was her dad Chris Pine? Because that doesn't make no sense. See, she pretty. She ain't fine though. I went overboard. She's had a good picture on IMDb.
Yeah, really good picture on IMDb.
Ngumbu Umbumpu Mbatha. The kid looks like her though, but I can't tell them apart.
A straight line is not the shortest distance between 2 points.
See how she's... Oh, that CG was not good. Why'd you even CG that? Just have her jump on a clear glass.
Yeah.
See, this shit's gonna confuse people.
My hand instantaneously.
So you fall to space.
More likely wrinkle it.
That's handsome, young man.
She said the name of the movie.
This kid is from something. She looks familiar.
We heard a cry out in the
Man, I hate Reese Witherspoon so much. I cannot take her seriously.
Why?
You've seen her movies, right?
She's in a good show.
It's interesting. They're kind of doing a lot of like comedic actors, right? Like, yeah.
I'm not.
Because it's supposed to be like a lighthearted fantasy kind
Yes.
of, right?
Yeah.
So-
Well, it deals with some heavy themes though. I love Mindy Kaling though. I hope she does a great job. I think she's a good
I love Mindy
actress. And is
Kaling,
really
too.
unsung. I
It
think
has
Mindy-
heavy themes, but it's supposed to be a fun world, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I think it works.
I mean, visually
Except
this looks
Reese-
fun. It looks
except-
very cartoony though.
This CG is not great.
Yeah, but you know, also his early CG could get better. It looks so cartoony though.
My love is always there.
I hope it's good.
You can't see it.
Was that the devil?
Yeah. The devil rapes her in this movie. It's real dark. Why is Chris Pratt screaming at that poor young girl?
Eh.
Yeah.
I want to be more excited about it than I am. I'll say that.
It's not. I don't care.
It didn't really tell me anything besides they.
Fancy things.
Yeah, like I.
Is a trailer pretty similar to Valerian? Just a bunch of pretty CG, and then you're like, I wonder if this movie's gonna suck. And did Valerian suck? Might
Oh,
be
I
the
started
worst
that
movie
movie
of
on the
year.
plane and still haven't finished it.
Oh, I started Bright last night. Could not finish it.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, that was quick. Joe Rogan makes an appearance in it, so I had to watch it. But then his cameo was in the first like 30 seconds, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm done watching this movie. All right, so how you feeling on Wrinkle of Time?
Maybe 50? I'm not gonna see it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like 50, because I'm probably never gonna see it.
so that would be 0 for anticipation if you're not going to watch the film.
But I know you never know. We'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, we have to go
If
based
it's on Netflix, you never know.
50 is like, yeah, I'll check it out when it's not in theaters. I'm not like
30 then.
All right. 30.
40.
40. Ooh, okay. Generous. You like Oprah?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 40 as well. I'm not super
Copycat.
crazy about it. Oh, wow. Racist. Oh, that's not me pouring tea. That's me peeing, by the way. This movie is like kind of my dark horse sleeper for one of my most anticipated of the year. It's Ant-Man 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp. For those who do not know, Ant-Man is a movie about a man who bites an ant, and then the ant gets man-like powers.
No, it's a movie about Paul Rudd who slapped the wife.
No, it's a movie. It's a movie about Michael Douglas who slapped a wife, so he can't be the hero, so he give it a suit to the robber, Apollo the Rudd.
He slapped the wife so hard she became tiny.
Yeah, he slapped the wife too much, she become very small, she disappear. He gets convicted for slapping the wife. So he can't wear the suit because of the slap of the wife. So
Also
Paul
gypsies.
Rudd, a thief, wears the suit and he fights for him against another guy who wants to steal the technology and has a similar suit. I actually think that's the best way we've described a very dark subject.
Yeah.
He's slapping the wife.
Slapping the wife.
So Evangeline Lilly has been looking weird. Like, I love her. She's Albertan, represent
She's
for Saskatchewan.
insane.
She is in one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Gilmore Girls. No, she's in Lost.
But Gilmore Girls is one of your favorite shows.
Oh,
It is.
God.
Totally is.
The only thing I like about Gilmore Girls is that it distracts girls long enough for you to sneak out the window. It's like, hey, look,
Liar.
Rory's having personal issues. And I'm like, I've seen this episode, but I'm going to watch it again. And then
I
you
keep waiting
sneak
for the
away.
two chicks to kiss.
It's about a
The
mother
mom
and
and the daughter?
Yeah, like
Exactly.
Lorelai and whatever her name is.
Rory.
That's just-
Rory, yeah.
You got some issues, boy.
Whatever. It'd make the show way more interesting. So I like Evangeline Lilly. She was Toriel in the Hobbit trilogy, which was not supposed to be a trilogy, and plays a character that does not exist in the books. Aside from that, I think she's fine. I think she's done too much plastic surgery, so now she's starting to look like real fucking weird. But hopefully her face like reduces swelling and she returns some like movement
Wait,
to
has
her
she
face.
actually?
Yeah, dude, it's like fucking weird. Like how bad
She also
Evangeline's...
used to be a sex phone operator.
No, she was on the
No,
commercials.
she used to do the commercials. I know.
Pick up the phone. Ugh, how I long to pick up the phone, but my hands are occupied.
Classic.
If you look up Evangeline Lilly young and then Evangeline Lilly plastic surgery, you will see darkness. Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. She didn't need it. She's like so naturally beautiful. She'd
Yeah,
probably
she
ride that
really
out
did.
for another 40 years, but you know what happens. And now she looks weird. So
Yeah,
hopefully her
that's
face
upsetting.
calms the fuck down by the time that this movie hits. And yeah, I think the first one was super fucking funny. The aforementioned Michael Pena was awesome in the movie as his like cholo best friend. I like Paul Rudd so much. Like he's just, I don't know, there's something about him. Like I would date Paul Rudd, and I'm straight most of the time. I'm hyped. I think it was as funny and enjoyable as Iron Man 1, but we like Iron Man 1 more because we just hadn't had anything like it till then.
Mhm.
So I will put this as one of my higher, more ones that I'm more excited about. The premise is set right after Captain America Civil War. He comes home and tries to balance his life as a father and as a superhero. And then he teams up with Hope Van Dyne, who's Hank Pym's daughter, uh, who becomes the Wasp. So she becomes a female hero and he becomes a male hero, and then they're gonna fight crime together. And I think he's funny, and I think he's awkward, and I think Michael Pena is awesome. I'm super happy he's back with the big role. Ti is back. It looks like it'll be a good, like, there's a big problem I have with the original because it wasn't as good as it could have been, and I could tell because I could see Edgar Wright had like this vision for this movie he wanted to make, and Edgar Wright, the director of like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead and stuff, and Baby Driver, and he couldn't make a specific vision because Marvel wanted something more vanilla, and then we ended up with what we got, which is still a good movie, but not nearly as good as it could have been, but just with some cool set pieces because of the hard work done by Edgar Wright. They won't have that benefit this time, and I hope they can keep it up because I really don't want this to be, Iron Man to Iron Man 2 kind of level drop off, where the second movie is not even enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I like Paul Rudd. You can pretty much have him read the phone book, and I'll be giggling. He's a wonderful smile and really soft eyes. So
He's from your favorite movie, Clueless, so that's why you love him so much.
yes, he is in Clueless. He was great as the
So is
incestuous
Donald
cousin.
Faison.
What was that?
So is Donald Faison. He's also in Clueless.
Yeah, but he's not in Ant-Man.
If only he was.
What the fuck? Okay. So I'm actually going to be rating this one quite high because I do really like Ant-Man. And I think they're doing some fun things with it. So I'm going to give this one an 80.
Oh, only an 80,
That's a lot.
I guess.
Okay, I'm going to give it an 80. 80. I stand by my rating. I gave Deadpool an 87.
I made you insecure for a minute, didn't I?
You make me insecure every time we speak. But then you always open up our conversations with, why are you so ugly and unlikable to people?
Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest. Honesty is my number one thing.
Yeah, but no one asked you that. You don't have to start conversations that way. That's neither here nor there. Kayla, tell me your thoughts about Ant-Man and your anticipation for Ant-Man 2.
I give this one a 90. Woo! Because I want Paul Rudd to touch my butt. No,
Still
I think
haven't
it's gonna be good.
supposed to be saving that to the end, but okay.
Never! I start with
You
my
get mad
rating.
at us for an uncut when you start talking about porn stars that murder themselves. When you talk about Paul Rudd, you're like, I can't even sit in my chair because the cushion's squishy from being so wet.
You know, when you say the phrase,
I didn't say that.
You
That's
did?
what
say
I
I
the
heard it.
phrase murder themselves, it sounds a lot more serious.
Yeah. Way more.
Oh, God, I hate you people.
You people. Whoa.
Yeah, what do you mean, you people Asians?
Of course. No, you podcasting folk.
You autists.
No, I love Paul Rudd. I think he's hilarious. I like the first movie. I like him in all the other movies that he is in. And yeah, I'm excited to see this one.
Judy
But I don't
Greer-
really know anything about Wasp or anything, so that
Uh,
part I'm like,
Well, first, Wasp is Asian, so that should be fun when this movie comes out.
yay!
Although she's not playing the same character. So this is like in the comics, it originally started out with Hank Pym. He built the Ant-Man / Giant Man suit. He can get really big, as we saw in Civil War, or really small, as we saw in
That's
Ant-Man.
what she said.
And he was abusive to his wife.
No, sort of. Okay, the artist made a mistake. He was just supposed to shove her, not hit her.
Yeah, but he fucking smacked the shit out of her. So they actually play up that storyline quite a bit in the Ultimates universe. And his work, he builds Ultron, like the Ultron bot, essentially. He's the father of it. It goes crazy, murders a bunch of the Avengers, decimates the world and stuff, and then they defeat it, and then Ultron becomes Vision. Or one of the Ultron bots becomes Vision. So that he's really integral to the story of it, but they didn't think that you could have a protagonist who's kind of synonymous with the storyline of beating his wife, because although it was, an old school writer is like, and then he, is aggressive with his wife, with Janet, and then he's like, oh, so he smacks the shit out of her. And he just draws her getting fucking punched in the face. and that storyline actually evolving and becoming something else later in the Ultimates. They didn't want to have the movie led by someone who was a domestic abuser, which obviously you wouldn't. Because
Mhm.
anyone who has performed domestic abuse doesn't deserve any chance at happiness or freedom, and never deserves to be famous or lauded, and should all die and burn in hell. And so they made him like the antagonistic father figure with a dark past, because we're willing to forgive these like sins when they happen off screen, and he's not actually the hero. Whereas Paul Rudd is very pure, as just like this thief who's trying to support his family.
Mhm.
So he was a much better, like Scott Lang is in the comics, and he's a much better choice to be the Ant-Man there, rather than doing the kind of dark storyline. No matter how important he is to the overall story arc of the Avengers, since they kind of like really fucked up the Age of Ultron storyline. Sorry, but back to what you were saying. Why 90? Did you like the first one? What did you like about the
I
first
did
one?
like the first one. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It's been a long time since I've seen it, actually.
I missed the battles, like that battle they had on the train set with the toys and stuff. I thought that was adorable.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Um, and the bad guy in it was also one of the main characters in House of Cards, and he's great too, and I liked him. So, Omen, how you feeling about this movie? How'd you like the first one?
I love the first one.
And did you like the tie-in to Civil War as well?
Okay, I have a problem with that. I did not love that part because I don't like when they basically use a tag for one of the movies that is just footage from a different film.
What do you mean?
Because like that scene was wholesale in Civil War at the end of Ant-Man, right?
Which
Like
one?
that was um when Falcon is talking to Steve.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
right,
that
right.
like that. That's just wholesale in Civil War. Like
Yes.
same with at the end of Captain America: First Avenger. That scene is just wholesale in the Avengers. Like I don't
Mhm.
like when they do that. I
I,
hate that.
I feel you on that.
But yeah, I really liked it. I really like Shrinking. I like bug superheroes.
I love
But
Shrinking.
this time I want to say I'm hesitant since they're saying it's going to be a romantic comedy. So
Oh.
Of course it is. I mean, it's a buddy cop movie, but with a male and female sexual tension. It could be
so
like
I'm
Mr.
saying
and Mrs.
90.
Smith. Like, it's a fun movie.
I'm saying 95 instead of 100.
Ooh, still very high score. Once again, we can all agree the cholos from the first movie are by far the best part. Michael Pena's recaps about things happening and how he got the information to give to Scott. Like, those things are just fucking hilarious.
The Gypsies line always kills.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they say in the commentary. They're like, we've gone to so many screenings, and the Gypsies line always gets to laugh.
The my favorite part of Civil War is actually when Ant-Man jumps out of the van and he's like, "Hey, you're Captain America. I've seen you on TV." Like, that's such a fucking sincere moment. It was great. Okay,
But
so this is yeah.
I like when later Tony just snubs Scott by being like, "Who are you?" Like that's
Yeah.
kind of a
Such a
All right,
dick.
I'm changing my vote. I'm changing this to an 87.
Whoa.
Yeah, you convinced me. I'm fucking excited for this movie. Now that I think about how much I like that last one, it actually was a really great movie.
You did like go really low. I was surprised.
Well, I was excited, but because they didn't have Edgar Wright working on it, and because like the history of these movies getting way worse is a possibility. But then I remember Captain America 2 is the best of all these movies by a significant mile. So why not? Aquaman! Arthur Curry, the king of the oceans. He can talk to fish and things. Played Arthur Curry is a white guy with blonde hair, and they got a brown man to play him. This is race
Woo!
bending at its finest. I will not stand for this white brown washing of the film. Seems to be so we know that there's a lot of hate from the main movies like Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League, But it seems like the side movies have a lot of hype and a lot of people like really excited. Like the Batman solo film, people are actually pretty excited for. This Aquaman film seems to have as much buzz around it as Wonder Woman did. Wonder Woman actually got a lot more buzz after, so we had kind of have it painted in our mind that it had a lot. But leading into the movie, it was moderate, and I think Aquaman's kind of carrying it as well. Jason Momoa, very popular character actor, absolutely fucking horrible representation of Aquaman in Justice League, but those underwater scenes are fucking insanely good. I would have just done the Gungan thing and put them in bubbles, honestly, just to make it easier, but not Zack Snyder, man. You still haven't watched Justice League?
Nope.
Drunk review. That's your next one.
Oh, I should actually.
No,
I still have to
absolutely.
put up The Room. I'm a terrible, terrible person.
The Room is not fun by yourself.
Yeah,
No, but I
the room
got
is very
really
sad
drunk and
by
watched
yourself.
it.
Yeah, but you have to. You should
Fuck it
bring
off.
over. You should bring over a couple friends for that one, because you
Too
need
late.
someone
Big
there. Okay, so this movie filmed in Australia. It'll have a ton of those crazy underwater scenes that we saw in Justice League. I can only imagine how fucking difficult it is. It's kind of made on a pretty reasonable budget of $160 million. Yeah, directed by James Wan, which is really interesting. Of all the directors I would have picked, I would have not have picked the guy who did The Conjuring, like, to direct it. James Wan is all over the
that's
fucking
why
place
Patrick
for me.
Wilson's in it.
Like, I love horror movies, and I honestly think Conjuring is one of the best that we've had in the last 10 years. And I don't think that's an unfair thing to say. And also, Furious 7.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure. And Furious 7 is still my favorite Fast and the Furious of all of them. And that movie was
Which one's
super
that?
Fast and the Furious 7.
Yeah, but what happens in that?
They steal cars. What the fuck do you think these movies are about?
Is that the one after Paul Walker died, or the one they were doing when he died?
This is after Walker died.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you might know it by its other name, Fast 7.
No.
So Fast 7 is about Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor have to return to the United States to live normal lives again. Oh wait, no, I think he was still alive for this one. No, it doesn't matter. No, he was dead. Seven's the latest one. When did Paul Walker die?
Like during production.
Yeah, but what year?
I don't know.
Because no, wait, Fate of the Furious is the most recent one, right?
Oh, Fate of the Furious, because it sounds like 8.
Yeah, that came out in 2017. So yeah, this one came out 2015. So I guess Paul Walker was still alive back then. I love you, Paul Walker. My roommate was obsessed with Paul Walker in university. We used to make me go see all these Paul Walker movies. I'm like, you have a weird man crush. So back to James Wan. He directed one of my least favorite horror movies of all time, the Saw movie. Actually, no, Saw 5 was the worst one, but Saw 1 was fine. It just wasn't good. But people seem to like it for some reason. And then he directed the worst movie I've ever seen called Dead Silence, which was about a bunch of puppets that want you to be quiet. I'm not kidding.
That's what that movie's actually about?
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Then he went on to direct an okay movie in Insidious. Insidious is weird. It kind of got better as the movies went on. I think 3 is probably the best one so far. Then he for some reason, it was almost like someone possessed him, like a better director, and he made The Conjuring, which was fucking great.
Yeah.
And then he did Insidious Chapter 2, which was better than Insidious. Then went on to do Furious 7, as once I said, one of my favorite of the Furious franchise. Did Conjuring 2, which is also quite good. Not as good as the first one, but still quite good. And now he's doing Aquaman. So he's been doing a lot of horror. He did one big blockbuster movie in Furious 7. But now Aquaman. But I don't know if Aquaman... I don't know. It's tough to say because this guy's like about a clever angle, setup, payoff type person. And this is like I don't know what this movie's going to be like. You know, Willem Dafoe, Patrick Wilson. What the fuck are they doing? Dolph Lundgren? What the fuck are they doing in this movie? I don't know.
Don't you dare talk badly about Willem Dafoe.
Well, Patrick Wilson's playing fucking Ocean Master, and Willem Dafoe is playing Gugu Mbatha. No, he's playing Naduius Volko. It's a chief science advisor.
See, going with an Ocean Master storyline is boring.
I like
It's
Ocean
boring.
Master. Classic, dude.
Black Manta, man.
Black Manta's been in every iteration. Black Manta's been in fucking Batman, Brave and the Bold, and fucking JLA, and we've seen a lot of him. Ocean Master's cool.
Pew pew.
What if they use Starro? He's a starfish, so like I don't know, kind of works with Aquaman.
I'm just excited to see his brother, his half brother, kind of show up.
Oh.
I just think it's kind of a weird choice for someone to play his half brother.
Well, like his
Patrick Wilson.
dad is Tamura Morrison. Is this guy white or ethnic? I can't tell.
Nobody knows, but I know Patrick Wilson is real fucking white. You might remember him from The Conjuring. He's the husband in The Conjuring, Conjuring 2. He's Vera Farmiga's husband. I remember him best from Watchmen as Night Owl. But he's white as a motherfucker. This is the whitest dude on the planet.
Someone's mom, because they're half brothers, but someone's mom is Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman's Mara's mom. Amber Heard's mom.
It says Arthur Curry's mother here.
What? Whoa, he's dating a girl that looks like his mom? Weird. Yeah, I guess
Nicole
she's a Queen of
Kidman
Atlantis.
looks like
She's still
Amber
around.
Heard.
What was that?
Does Nicole Kidman look like Amber Heard?
Just saying that because they
Red
both
hair?
have blonde
Red hair
hair
underwater.
and
both
red
pretty
hair.
hot. Know what movie Nicole Kidman was super hot in? The Others.
What? Oh, good movie.
I just like seeing her as a mom. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck this movie's gonna be like. I think Jason Momoa, the way they wrote like Aquaman as a dude bro in Justice League was fucking awful. I'm assuming they'll still kind of have that essence here. He was a dude bro. But James Wan also did the story as well as directing it, and he did it with Jeff Johns, who's written every comic book known to man, and some of my favorite comic books. So, I mean, he has good minds behind it. I just don't know what the fuck we're gonna get. This is the one I'm like most curious about, because I don't know what it's gonna look like. I don't know what it's gonna be like. You know, if this whole thing is set fucking underwater, that could get real tiresome to watch. People's hair floating around everywhere and shit. Even half a Little Mermaid was set on land.
But like when they go on land,
The
what are they just
original
gonna do?
Aquaman.
That's pretty much the only thing they could do on land, really, is talk, and maybe Jason Momoa summons a shark.
I love sharks.
I
Okay.
like turtles.
He's gonna summon a bunch of Magikarps, and it's gonna be the best crossover that we've ever seen. What I want most from this movie is like, I want it to be beautiful, and I know it's gonna be beautiful because James Wan directs beautiful films. Like, as a horror director, he'll be really, really clever about camera placement and setting up really visually stunning shots. I think he's gonna nail that. And for me, that's almost my number one thing going into movies, cinematography. So I am very, very excited about that, and I'm just so fucking curious that I'm gonna have to watch it, but I'm not sure what it's gonna be, and I don't expect it to be very good because the DC movies aren't very good, and it's probably unfair to blame an entire new team on that, and to taint my rating. But I'm gonna give this one a 70. Kayla, where are you at?
Yeah, I'd probably give this one like a 70 as well. Because, I don't know, DC just keeps letting me down, but I still want to see it, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so we've gotten my thoughts on this shit already. Who wants to take the helm? Kayla, you have to talk now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, DC is pretty disappointing overall. I think they should have made the single movies before they made Justice League, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. I probably...
Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
Before you answer, which superhero would you fuck first? Ant-Man or Aquaman?
Ant-Man.
Wow.
I feel like Aquaman would hurt my vagina, and I'm just not into that.
I feel like he'd give me 2 pumps and then burp beer in my face and then tell me not to tell anyone.
See,
He's just so big.
The thing with Ant-Man is that he can shrink, so he can really get in there.
But he can also grow.
Oh my god! Yeah, see, you can get the perfect size.
Have a tampon
Yeah, you
stuck?
can be the
Don't
giant,
worry about it.
or he can be the giant. Like, you get both.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Have you guys
Anyway,
dated girls bigger than you? It's real weird. Kayla, what's your number?
I give it like a 70.
All right. Pretty fair. All right. So, where are you at? How do you feel about this movie? What do you think about the Justice League films? And
I did not see the Justice League film. I haven't seen any of the DC films except
Wow.
Suicide Squad.
Oh
That's
my
the
god,
only-
why?
Oh my god, that's the
I
worst
forgot that existed.
one!
I saw it to laugh.
Oh, it's so bad.
When I
But
was watching Bright the other night, my friend was like, "Wait, was this directed by the same person who did Suicide Squad?" And I was like, "Yep."
Was it?
Yep. Also did Training Day though, so it's we really can't
Oh.
judge it.
Shit.
I know that's such a wide swath of movies.
Yeah.
We should actually do that. We should find out who made the best and worst movies, like the biggest spectrum. Because like even if you
that'd be
picked like Steven Spielberg's worst movie, they're still pretty good. So like the spectrum wouldn't be very far, right?
No, you need like a wide spectrum.
Yeah. So we'll have to start thinking about that. But how about that? Until then, so when you haven't seen these movies, would you see this one? And do you like Jason Momoa? And will you go?
I
watch
like
it?
Jason Momoa, but I do not like what I've seen of Jason Momoa's Arthur Curry.
Fair enough.
So, because also, do we have a trailer yet?
No, I don't
Yeah.
believe you have a trailer out.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Then I,
Might have a teaser. I don't think there's a trailer.
because here's my worry: it's going to be not doing Aquaman justice, but like the underwater like Civil War stuff is gonna come across as like cheesy and lame. Is my worry.
Yeah, that's real hard to do.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say 60 for now.
Okay, 60. We can revisit these when the trailers come out too.
Willem Dafoe's in it, so I mean,
He's so scary.
How can it be not good if the Defoe's is there? All right, now this one is one that I'm really curious about, and it is also a reboot, not necessarily a sequel. Tomb Raider. Now I'm not sure what
Tomb Raider?
Tom B. Raider. I think
Tomba.
that's
Is
supposed to
that
be his
related?
name.
Tomba.
related to Tom Thumb.
Possibly.
Tomba.
Wait, no,
Tomb
they have the
Raider.
same last name when they're related, not the same first name. So Tomb Raider, starring the girl from Alicia Vikander, I believe her name is, from
Alicia
Ex Machina,
Vikander?
Crazy Robot. What was that?
Alicia Vikander, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
Wow, that's way easier
Okay.
than what I was saying.
Yeah, what the hell?
My
Yeah.
wife?
My wife.
My wife.
She stars as the titular Tomb Raider, where we're saying Tomb Raider, by the way, if anyone hasn't caught on. She stars as Lara Croft. Definitely a more realistic Lara Croft to the current video games than Angelina Jolie was, although she was true to the original video games.
I haven't watched the originals. Isn't that weird? No.
Oh, what? You haven't? I've seen both. They're retarded. I'm not kidding. The climax of the second movie is Angelina Jolie racing her actual father, who cannot run because he's too old, to a top of a pyramid to grab a floating glowing triangle. That is the climax of the second movie. But her dad was in
so
it. That
sad
must
I
have been
missed
fun.
it.
And he played her dad in the movie and played her dad in real life. Played her dad.
Wow.
Dominic West will be playing her father, although I'm pretty sure they're not that far in age. I mean, they could be dating. Daniel Wu is going to be there. Kristen Scott Thomas, Hannah John Kamen, Antonio Akil, and Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead and other films. He's excellent. I love him. And it was filmed in South Africa. It will be a lot more like the video game. Now, I've played this video game pretty extensively. The re-release of Tomb Raider, I believe it was 2013. And it's an awesome fucking game. It feels like you're playing a movie. And I've played the sequel as well to it. And they're really, really fantastic. If you haven't tried out the new Tomb Raider games, they're basically like Drake's Uncharted, but not quite as good as Drake's
love
Uncharted. Yeah, they're excellent. The bow
Yeah.
mechanics are so fucking fun. And
I know.
this movie looks really like visceral. It doesn't look like a very beautiful polished film though. It looks like there's like no color grading on it. It looks a little bit low budget. So that's what I'm a little worried about. So that's gonna really dent how excited I am for this movie, especially because the two previous sucked and every single fucking video game movie blows. Can't think of a good one.
Warcraft.
Warcraft was fine.
Yeah.
And that was a weird one because that was also Duncan Jones. So Soman, let's start off with you. How do you feel about this movie, and are you excited to see it?
I'm not excited to see Tomb Raider because I have only played ever like 15 minutes of any Tomb Raider.
Mhm.
Uh,
But
I don't
seeing
know.
the
Like, what is
casts,
compelling about Lara Croft's story? What is compelling?
she is a regular girl, an archaeologist who gets trapped and has to overcome extreme challenges based on lessons. And she realizes through her journey that the weird lessons her father was giving her throughout her life actually help her survive in these situations.
She's also the hottie with the body.
But she wasn't really that in the new games, right? They really took that away. She looked like a really normal chick.
So,
That can be hot too.
No, it's not.
What's wrong with you?
is she
No,
like
it's not.
Girl Indiana Jones without Nazis?
Indiana Jones is fun. This isn't necessarily fun. It's very melodramatic, mythical, a little spiritual, a little,
A
magic-y.
little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Because, like, if Nick Frost is in it, that means he's going to be playing a comedic role, right?
He'll
That
be
guy-
playing the gadget guy who's like, "Oh, Laura, I found some guns for you. Try these ones." And then she shoots a deagle, and he's like, "Oh my, this packs quite a wallop." And she'll be like, "I'll take two." I'm actually sure that's in the fucking trailer. But give us a number. How you feeling about this?
50.
50. All right. And Kayla, how about yourself? You said you played the games?
only- Yeah, I did. Well, I haven't finished it. I need to. But no, just because I've played the game, I think that's probably the only reason why I'm excited for this because, like I said, when the Angelina Jolie ones came out, I could give two shits and never watch them.
Alicia Vikander is a good actress as well.
I do. I think she's a great actress. So that's and it's nice to see some female movies, even though they're just rehashing old movies that have already been made. But that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll take-
I'm not going to watch it because of a female protagonist, but I welcome that it is a female protagonist.
Yeah, it's it's nice. But in terms of excitement, I'd probably give it like a 65.
Okay, 65. Just because I know that most of these movies suck, and despite a pretty decent
Yeah.
trailer, I'm going to give this one a 44.7.
Whoa.
Yeah, a little low on my list.
My 65 is for her because I like her. So
Fair enough. Yeah, she's great. She did a really good job in Ex Machina, one of my favorite films of that year.
yes, so good.
Okay, so as far as big blockbusters go, we have a couple more, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with a bigger one first. So let's go with Attila Battle Angel. So for those who don't know,
Alita?
Alita, sorry, what did I say? Attila?
Yeah.
Attila the Hun.
I thought you were talking about Mongolians for a second.
I'm always talking about Mongolians. Alita Battle Angel. It is a movie that, or an anime rather, that James Cameron has been trying to adapt since before Avatar. He was planning on directing it between the Avatar movies, but he couldn't get enough money to do it because it would be expensive as fudge for what he wanted to do. Which I say, give him the fucking money because everything he makes is acceptable, and that's all you need to be a blockbuster hit these years is to be acceptable. Do you guys have any previous familiarity with Alita Battle Angel?
Only by
I do
name, I
not.
don't know anything about it.
So it turns out James Cameron's not directing it because it's turning Avatar into 4 more movies, and so
If they ever come out.
yeah.
So wait, this was his passion project, and then he just handed it to someone else?
Yeah, it's actually really weird because they're gonna lose the rights for it or something. And this manga that he fell in love with, actually, when he made Dark Angel, it was his way of kind of nodding over to this and taking a lot of those genre specific stuff to do it. But he wanted to do it in a cheap setting to kind of prepare him to do it in a movie. And it has a great cast: Christoph Waltz, Jennifer Connelly, Mahershala Ali, Ed Skrein, Jackie Earle Haley, and Rosa Salazar, which will be really interesting. I'm excited to see how Rosa Salazar does. So the screenplay was done by James Cameron, and he is producing it, but it is being directed by Robert Rodriguez, who you might know from Sin City and Spy Kids 3D Shark Boy versus Lava Girl.
And Machete.
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 The lead actress, Rosa Salazar, you might know from the Divergent series or Maze Runner, the 2 big dumb things that I've never watched. and nothing else. Literally nothing else, unless you saw the Chips movie, but pretty much not. And she has like really big eyes.
Oh yeah, this chick.
Yeah, and she has really big eyes in real life. But they CG enhance her eyes to make them look crazy huge in this movie, and I'm not sure why.
To do anime style,
Yeah,
but
but
I
the
don't
manga
think.
didn't specify that she had weird, bizarre proportions. That was just his drawing style.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I feel like it works against it. Like that's
It's
because you're
making people
trying to
feel
aim
weird.
a different medium, basically. So
Yes.
I don't know. It just becomes really creepy, kind of like it looks like the Wrinkle in Time CG kind of.
Yeah, the CG does look cartoony, considering like this budget was up to 200 million, and it does not look like it. I am excited to see like the cyberpunky aspects of it. It's a really good manga. I know it was a James Cameron like really big passion project of his, so um, so he will put some time and care into it. And Robert Rodriguez is so hit or miss. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna see. Um, but I mean, James Cameron was working on this since 2000, and it got
Wow.
into his like realm. Like he found out about it from Guillermo del Toro, so we actually have him to thank for it. And he registered the domain battleangelmovie.com back in 2000, and has been sitting on it ever since. So
Nice.
nearly 18 years later, we're getting ourselves a fucking Alita Battle Angel.
For 18 years, he's been renewing that domain each year, and then
I think you
but
can
now he's
register
not
them
even
up to like
directing
10.
it now.
Yeah, I know that's weird, but I think you can do it for about 10 years at a time. So I probably only renewed it twice. Um, so when he was doing Avatar and stuff, that pulled him away from it. I think he realized that like working on Avatar, he has to kind of choose one, and yeah. So I think James Cameron had to kind of leave the project and figure out another way. If he wanted that movie made, he'd have to get someone else to do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Okay, so it's funny because they had to get Rodriguez to combine Cameron's 186-page screenplay with his 600 pages of notes that he made for this movie. Like
Jeez.
that is insane. Like this movie could be all over the place because you're taking another director's very pure vision, and you're kind of adapting it from there, notes and stuff. So this movie could be fucking bad. But the trailer looks alright. The action looks pretty severe. The CG looks fucking ridiculous. And I don't know what to feel about this movie. So one of you guys have to convince me. Soman, how do you feel about this, man? Make some sense of this for me.
I've
Mhm.
not seen any trailers though.
Do you guys want to watch a trailer of it now?
Let's watch a trailer.
All right, we're gonna watch a trailer of that. In the meantime, Kayla, tell us about your favorite James Cameron movies. Were you a fan of Avatar?
Oh. I did like Avatar. I mean, it's been a really fucking long time since I watched it, but I did enjoy Avatar.
I
I
watched
thought
it.
it was cool. It
I
was very
watched it
pretty.
recently, and I thought it was still pretty good.
Actually, I should rewatch it. That's a good idea.
I went to the new Avatar theme park the day it opened, so the lines were like 3 hours for the flight of the Banshee. So I brought my iPad and I just watched the entirety of Avatar while waiting in line for this theme park.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day is James Cameron's best film.
Yeah, absolutely. Or Aliens. I mean,
Oh yeah, aliens.
I mean, I guess.
it's a really fucking good movie, dude.
I love the first one. So good.
I'm gonna be controversial here. I like Alien 3 better.
No, you don't. There was
I do.
nothing good about Alien 3. They used like the first time we used the
Ripley's
aliens
like
looked
naked
worse.
for a bit.
Ripley's
enough.
naked in Alien 4.
Yeah, but that's actually really bad.
She's half mutated with full bush. That's the one part of the alien she didn't get. She has a full bush laying on a table yelling, "Kill me," because she was half cloned with an alien. My favorite part of Alien Resurrection. Okay, everyone has the link open?
Yeah,
One sec.
I've already seen the trailer, but I'll watch along.
I'll watch you. Ooh, there's a trailer. Ooh, we'll have to watch some new trailers soon. There's a new Deadpool 2 trailer. Some stuff we gotta watch.
Ooh, I like when we watch trailers.
The Battle Angel Alita anime is on YouTube if people want to watch it.
Oh.
Just a heads
Okay.
up. It's 1
I'm ready.
hour. It's pretty good. Manga's better. Ready? 3, 2, 1, plot. Look at those eyes. Too big. She looks like a Bratz doll.
Maybe she is.
I don't like that he says you gay, bro. That's weird.
This is just a body. It's not bad or good.
See, some of that CG looks fucking insanely good, but some of it's bad. It's like super consistent. Don't make Robert Rodriguez dramatic. Not the guy from Shark Boy versus Lava Girl.
Let him live his life.
Okay, they shouldn't have done the eyes at all.
You just
Yeah, I think it probably cost some extra $100 million for no fucking reason. Would you rather it just be a chick and then CG on the body parts like they did in Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah.
It's a harsh world.
'Cause-
Strong prey on the weak down here.
I don't know. I don't mind the eyes. I don't know.
I think it sets her as apart as different, but is she supposed to, like, in the manga, she's supposed to have that vibe of being different?
Yeah,
I'd do whatever I had to for you. I'd give you whatever I have.
that's fucking cool. But that looked ridiculous. That looked horrible CG.
Alita, they will come for you.
Why?
That's fucking great.
I think you are someone very special.
What is Christoph Waltz trying to do? Is he trying to hide his accent? There's no reason for that. Just be all German and shit. We can understand you.
I love yourself.
Wants to shake the whole German scientist stereotype.
Stupid.
You're stupid.
So now seeing that, let's get some ideas. How do you guys feel about that trailer?
Mm. When is this supposed to come out?
Soon.
Oh.
July
I
20th.
think it's pronounced
Okay.
Julie, but I don't have
Julie.
confirmation on that. Yeah.
Julie.
I want to say I'm not excited. It looks worse than Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, it looks worse. Wait, no.
Wow, really? No.
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 No. Oh, no. Hold on.
No.
Let me back up. Actually, yes. If you were to put those two trailers side by side, the more visual stunning one is Ghost in the Shell, for sure. Those geisha
but
girls opening their heads and fucking crawling and shit, terrifying.
The movie was still garbage.
So I haven't seen it.
It's so bad.
Know what I
Watch
did?
the movie, then you'll understand why I'm like, no.
My crew's gonna go watch it. So know what I did? I went home and watched the original twice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Thank you. It's not as good as I remember, actually.
No, it's just a good choice.
It's
Watch
really
that
good,
instead
but
of-
I used to think that was one of the best movies ever. Like when I was a kid, and then I watched it again. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, Silman, how you feeling on this, bud?
42.
All right, the answer to life, universe, and everything. Kayla, how you feeling? What
I'm
did you think of the
intrigued
trailer?
by this movie.
You're intrigued?
I've seen the trailer before. I saw
Okay.
it in theater at some movie that I saw. I don't remember what movie it was. That's why I had no idea what it was until I saw the trailer, obviously. But I don't know. It's different-ish. I'm kind of intrigued by it. I'm not as offended by her eyes as you guys are.
It looks weird.
It does, but it kind of adds to her weird robotiness. I don't know.
There's a more subtle way to do that without throwing it in her
Yeah.
face. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, and a lot of actresses do just have naturally big eyes, so you could just use makeup to kind of widen it as opposed to CGIing it. I can agree with that.
Yeah, like when they make that Asian chick with her eyes that are really far apart in Alien in movies, it's awesome. She was in Wolverine, The Wolverine, 2009. Great movie. But yeah, how you feel about this movie? You've seen the trailer. You like James Cameron, I guess, and you like women. So let's hear your vote.
I do. I would give it a 60 just because I'm intrigued by it.
It's like the same movie as Ghost in the Shell. It's like a super powered chick.
Yeah, but I just have hope that it would just be better because Ghost in the Shell was awful and Scarlett Johansson was awful in it. So
Fair enough. All right, I'll give this a cool 50. I hate to be on the fence about this, but I am really split on it. Like, there's a lot, like, when we talk about the backstory of it, there's a lot of elements of that I'm very excited for. and then watching the trailer, I'm a little bit less excited.
Mhm.
Some of the sequences look very, very cool. I think it'll look a lot like an anime, which I loved. I want to see Robert Rodriguez with, 150 million, $200 million and see what the fuck kind of visuals he can pull off. Because look what he did with like 4 million for Sin City. That was pretty stunning, and I'm excited. And back to Aquaman, the reason why I gave it a 70 is because I want to see James Wan do a superhero movie. After watching Fast 7 and Conjuring, it'd be really interesting if he did it, and we're getting it, and I'm curious as fuck.
Fair enough.
Hmm. Oh man, we have more movies to go for. There's a lot of movies coming out this year, but we've
So
run out
many
of time.
movies.
We have run out of time. Do you guys want to do 2 more quickly, and then we'll call it a do?
Sure.
We didn't get any movie news this week, and there was some interesting shit that we could have talked about, but we didn't. Here's my least favorite, least movie I am least excited for. The only one I'll give a cool 0 to: 50 Shades Freed. They should call it 50 Shades Threed.
The fact that you're bringing up this movie makes me so unhappy with you.
The fact that it was one of the highest grossing movies of last year makes me fucking uncomfortable.
It's garbage. It's fucking garbage, and I would give it a minus 100.
Okay.
A minus 100. But I have to watch it because I have to do it for my drunk review.
Oh my god.
It's
you
the
were
first
you were
movie I
supporting
did.
rape culture when you watched 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, it's okay. I don't pay for it.
You don't pay for rape culture?
I get it
No.
for free. It's not a funny thing to joke about, you guys. All right, Annihilation. This one's interesting. February 23rd. Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Bit of difference on those things. Director Alex Garland. He directed Ex Machina. It's a adaptation of Jeff Vandermeer's novel, which is about 4 women in a paranormal region known as Area X. So, yeah. Tessa Thompson, Gina Rodriguez, Oscar Isaac, and I don't know. What do you guys think? There's not a lot of information on it yet, but it is one of the ones I'm more excited for. I like Nat Poe. I mean, she's fine, I guess. I can't think of a standout performance of hers in the last 10 years, to be honest. Oh,
Black
no.
Swan.
Black Swan. That's right. And yeah, so they're exploring Area X, the unexplored parts of the southern United States.
Gina Rodriguez is in it. I love Gina Rodriguez.
Yeah, so how do you guys feel about this? I like Ex Machina a lot. I thought it was one of my favorite movies 2 years ago. And I'm pretty fucking hyped about this one. We won't rate this one down because this one's a little bit of a weird one, but we don't know a ton about it. So from what you guys know, how excited are you?
I don't know anything about Ex Machina.
Great movie.
Oh, it's such a good movie. You should watch it.
Mhm.
Okay.
How about you, Kay?
Yeah, I don't know much about this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when the trailer comes out. There is a trailer for it. I should watch the trailer.
Oh, do you guys want to do? Actually, no. We'll do that. We'll save that for next week. Okay, I tell you what.
Yeah.
We'll watch that one next week. We'll also do Red Sparrow, which is Jennifer. Know what it is? It's the Black Widow movie. Jennifer Lawrence plays a Russian ballerina who goes to spy school.
Basically.
Yeah. So it's pretty much the exact backstory for Black Widow, but with Jennifer Lawrence instead of
And it's
Ghost
called
in the
Red
Shell.
Sparrow instead.
This is so weird. It's almost like someone made up that like made up
They're
a
like,
false
fuck it, if
movie
they're
as
not
a
gonna
joke.
use this, we will.
The big thing that I'm excited for this movie is Francis Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is fine, but Francis Lawrence. Wait, are they related?
Oh, I don't think so.
So Francis Lawrence directed the last 3 Hunger Games movies, which are better than the first one, but don't hold that against him. He's a really, really fantastic director. I wonder if he's related to Jennifer Lawrence because he directed her in 3
I don't
movies,
think he is.
and now this is the 4th. You never know. Sure,
That'd
he's
be like I
he's
don't
from
know.
Vienna and looks like an older Bradley Cooper, but whatever.
Yeah,
but-
I don't think so.
He was a music video director. He directed
does look
like
like Bradley
Lady
Cooper.
Gaga videos for like Bad Romance and stuff like that. OK Go, he did stuff for them. Black Eyed Peas, J-Lo, Britney Spears. Like he's directed a lot of great music videos. And Pink, Just Like a Pill. Will Smith, Black Suits Coming. Skater Boy, arguably the best song by Avril Lavigne. Backstreet Boys, The Call, their best music video by far. Let me tell you about the call that changed my destiny.
Oh God.
Me and my boys went out just to end up in misery. Why do they sing like that? Why
Why are you trying to?
First of all, I wasn't trying to. I was making a pitch perfect replication of exactly what that song sounds like.
Okay.
Wyclef Jean, Gone Till November, one of my favorite songs. Brian McKnight, Back at One, my favorite love song. Yes, so he's directed a lot of great music videos, and then he went on to direct one of the most visually stunning movies I had seen at the time, Constantine, which is fucking gorgeous. Even if you don't like the movie, it is beautiful to watch. And then he went on to make one of my favorite films, which I say about every movie, I Am Legend, which is a remake of Omega Man, which is an adaptation of I Am Legend. It's Will Smith playing the Omega Man. It's fucking awesome. They do a pretty good job in that movie. It's beautiful. He also directed Water for Elephants, which is very pretty, but truly dog shit
Terrible.
movie. And then Catching Fire, which is The Hunger Games 2, which is like 100 times better than the first Hunger Games movie. Mockingjay Part 1, which is the worst of the series, then Part 2, which was fine, I guess. So, but like visually and the way he stages action and everything, like there's no denying he is a stunning visual director. And Red Sparrow will definitely, I hope, take that to the nth degree, because he didn't have a lot to work with in Hunger Games, and he should have a lot more coming up. So I'm very, very excited for that movie. That's my sleeper one for the year. All right, and finally, before we leave, Crocodile Dundee, the movie that we've seen, being made with Danny McBride and Thor, not real. It was a campaign by the Australian Tourism Board. Not a real movie.
Talking about.
Not happening. Very upset. Danny McBride was supposed to be the updated Crocodile Dundee. And there was like pictures coming out and stuff. I thought it'd be fucking hilarious because I love Eastbound and Down. I love Danny McBride. But yeah, it's not true. It was a trick by the filthy, filthy Australians who would not exist if the earth was flat. And that's what we got. Finally, what do you think will be the highest grossing movie this year? I will go through them one more time. Venom, Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, Han Solo, Ready Player One, Deadpool, Jurassic World 2, Incredibles, Wrinkle in Time, Ant-Man, Aquaman, Tomb Raider, Alita, Battle Angel.
I think Infinity War is the obvious one.
Yeah, I think Infinity War will be
Yeah,
the
I think
biggest.
Avengers is gonna too.
Do you think it'll break records?
I mean, it's been 10 years
Don't
in the
they all?
making, so it better.
Yeah, but wouldn't Part 2 break the records? Same thing with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. That broke all the records, not Part 1.
I don't know, because there's like 3 movies in between Part 1 and Part 2, right? Because technically the next one isn't Infinity War Part 2 anymore. They're calling it something different.
Oh, what? They are?
Yeah, it's untitled Avengers film right now, but
Oh, so it's no longer Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder what they're going to call it.
because like, do the interim movies take place? They don't take place like during the Infinity War, do they? Because that would be weird. Like that kind of has to be
Maybe.
resolved for other shit to happen, right?
I'm sure this
So,
takes place over a couple weeks.
yeah.
That's really interesting. Yeah, it's just being listed as Avengers Infinity War now. God, I wonder if they're going to change the storyline for the next movie. I thought they were just going to cut this movie in half and we get it 1 year after the other, like Lord of the Rings style. But it doesn't look like that's the case anymore. That's really disappointing.
I think it's because the first one, Thanos, will be the focus, and then the second one is supposed to be like, what do
Who
they
the
call
fuck's
it?
bigger
When
than
it's up-
Thanos?
No, the second one is supposed to be like vignettes of the heroes
What?
dealing with like the aftermath or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's gay. No villain. Just clean up.
I don't know if there's no villain, but it's like I don't know.
That was really bizarre because like they've been originally planning Part 1 and Part 2. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be made as 2 distinct films, but they're gonna be like one continuous story. They wrote the fucking screenplay for both movies. They started filming. It was in 2017. Up until 2017, they're assuming that they're doing those 2, and I guess they changed it. Yeah, wow, they changed it. That's really weird. So I wonder what that means about the Avengers sequel, because like that is really fucking confusing.
Principal photography began August 10th. 2017.
I'm yeah, I
Not
don't
saying
know.
anything about it.
That actually worries me now. If it was like a two-parter movie and they're gonna do like this giant like long battle, I think that could have been something very special. But now I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really confused.
Hmm.
Whatever. I'm excited to see the movie. I really hope they have lots and lots of Ant-Man, and hopefully Superman shows up. Just because, why the fuck not?
You're
Why
gonna
not?
have a lot of Happy Hogan, your favorite character.
You know what I think? Fuck Happy Hogan. You know what I think? You know what I hate when directors put themselves in movies. I fucking can't stand it. No, that actually ruined Signs for me. I love that movie, but when I saw like that cardboard acting for M. Night, I'm like, God damn it, dude. This is too important of a role for you to be playing. Just make your little cameos from walking around in the background like you used to. It's bullshit. Yeah, I'm excited for this movie. I really, really, really want to see like a long, continuous, like big battle between them. But if they're gonna try to squeeze all of this into one movie and then do a separate one for the next one, I'm honestly way less excited about it. That actually really hurts the film in my eyes. But yeah, fuck. Now I don't know what to think about it. What if this movie sucks?
Then we'll all be sad.
It'll still make money though. I guess it's just whatever's
Mark
the most
Ruffalo
promoted this
talks
year.
about Avengers 3 and 4 title confusion. Let's look at this first.
Sure.
It's
I'll be watching it in IMAX. It's shot entirely on IMAX cameras, so you know, which means it's in 4:3. Those psychopaths. You get a lot more in the frame when you shoot in 4:3.
Oh,
Man.
this was a fucking nothing article.
I can't. I don't know who they even have as a villain for the next one. Like I want this to be a
It's still
two-parter
Thanos, I think.
and kill everyone. Just kill everyone. You better kill everyone in these two movies. They better come out real fucking quick. That's all I'm
What
saying.
if it's like Flashpoint and the interim movies take place because he used the Reality Stone?
Oh God, please kill me. If that happens, kill me. I don't want this. I woke up and it was all a dream in Scarlet Witch's head, like fucking House of M. Kill myself.
Yeah. Can we get House of M, please?
Yeah, can we please? That was actually what Bryan Singer was gonna do next. House of M. Man, they erased every trace from the internet that he was directing X-Men Apocalypse, and just like, yeah, it was Simon Kingbird's movie the whole time. No, it wasn't. I had to copy and paste shit for the podcast. I know that wasn't your plan. You sneaky motherfuckers, deleting articles and shit. You can't hide that from the internet. We know you were
No.
hiring that rapist to do this.
The internet knows.
I actually don't know what he did. He may not be a rapist, just some
Kevin
other type
Feige
of
says there will be 20 more movies after Avengers 4.
Oh, good. So we might finally get the Collector movie that we've all wanted. There's a bunch of heroes visiting the Collector and asking him for shit.
I want a new Howard the Duck.
I want a Phalanx saga in the New Mutants movie. That's what I want. The fucking Phalanx.
I want to get to a point where we can have Marvel Zombies.
Ugh, gross. That'd be a worse way to end the universe. That's an Ultimates thing that bled over to the other universes. Pissed me off. Anyway, that's all we have for this week. We still have a couple more movies to talk about next week. But next week we're gonna talk about anime. So think about animes that you guys like. And we're gonna talk about apartheid. So think about apartheids that you guys like.
I like anime about apartheid.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. I like the blacks and the whites in South Africa.
I know nothing of either of these things.
As a quick recap, so the biggest movie, grossing movie of the year, we think will be Infinity War. This week, our highest rated movie would probably be Ant-Man 2 with a score of 90 plus 95 plus 87, which I'm sure is a lot. And that one, no, it doesn't quite come in for Deadpool 2, nor does it. Oh, actually, it's pretty close. So right now we have like almost a three-way tie between Black Panther, Deadpool, and Ant-Man. So our favorite movies coming out this year are all Marvel superhero movies. What the fucking odds of
I'm
that?
ashamed of us.
I know, God.
That's
we're such
all that's
fucking
coming out this
sheep.
year.
Yeah, you know what? But there's a lot of great indie movies that are coming out that come out lower on the
Yeah.
radar, and I'm sure they'll be really great. And also some great stuff from Netflix. As we wrap up, one more thing: is there anything you guys can recommend for them to watch this week? Anyone? Anyone?
Bob's Burgers is on Canadian Netflix finally.
All right, we'll watch Bob's Burgers. That is a great show. I'm gonna suggest watch The Shape of Water because we'll for sure talk about that next week. Because
Yeah.
I gotta process that movie, man. A lot of masturbation and fish sex. Actually, that is what the Aquaman movie should have been. They just retitle that Aquaman and re-release it in theaters.
That's what I was saying.
That's the real Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
Doug Jones getting pussy finally.
So much.
All right.
much.
Yeah. How about you? What were you gonna recommend today, Kayla?
I don't know. Did I already recommend Big Little Lies? Because that's a great show.
Big Little Lies.
Yeah, it
What
has
does
your
that say?
favorite person, Reese Witherspoon, in it, and it has Nicole Kidman, and it has the chick.
What? This is a reunion for them to do Aquaman together?
What?
They're doing Aquaman together. That's like a reunion for them. That's two things
Reese
they're doing
Witherspoon is in
together.
Aquaman?
Oh no, she's in fucking Wrinkle
The
in
other,
Time.
yeah,
Wrinkle in
yeah.
Time. I'm a moron.
Boy, what are you talking? You just got way too excited, is all.
Yeah, I hate Reese Witherspoon. I wish she died.
Greasy Reese.
Oh. Zoe Kravitz is also in it.
My nephew's named Reese. He's a girl's name. Little bitch.
Oh, Adam Scott is in it as well.
Zoe Kravitz. Is it funny? What's it about?
It's not funny. There's no funny about it.
Oh, damn.
It's basically about three friends who live in this small little town, and they think each other's lives are perfect, but one of them's getting the shit beat out of them all the time. And somebody's dead, and you find out in the end who is dead.
Interesting.
So it's Twin Peaks.
Yep. So it's also made by David E. Kelly, who has done L.A. Law, Picket Fences, Chicago Hope, The Practice, Ally McBeal, Boston Public, Boston Legal. What else has he done? Other things. But this is HBO debut, so that's exciting.
Yeah. And there was only supposed to be one season, but it did so well, they're doing another season.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll check that out. I am adding
Yeah,
that to
actually
the
really
list. Big Little
Great
Lies.
Great acting, if anything else.
We got Bob's Burgers, Big Little Lies, and Shape of Water for our watch. Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can find me at Achilles on Twitter, at ROFLcast as well. Kayla, where can they find you?
Kayla Quinn _9 on Twitter or Instagram.
Soman?
At Salmon Rider on Twitter.
Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. That has been this week's ROFLcast. If you have any questions, please go fuck yourselves. And if you disagree with anything that we said, any of the ratings that we've given it, if we got any information wrong, write it on a note, and then continue writing that note until it becomes your suicide letter. Then kill yourself. Because I don't want to fucking know.
Oh my god.
I am
You're
hungry.
the worst.
I am like this when I am hungry. It is not my fault.
You're angry.
It's the culture we live in.
He has a
Don't put that
problem.
on
It's
the
called his
innocent
empty stomach.
Listeners.
I want to go watch a woman get fucked by a fish again, so I'm going to go watch Shape of Water. Spoiler.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone, so much for listening. Until next time, we remain podcasting.